Wow, it's Wulzy. I am currently at Casa Juniper. This thing's keyed out. Welcome. Oh my goodness, I need to actually find it first. D. I think it's D. I haven't posted in a month, I do believe, and my reasoning is that I swore that my next video was going to be an Extreme Demon video. They kind of wiggle around. I forgot I added that movement, but it looks pretty good. Maybe we'll just make some of them move so it makes sense. This is probably a terrible idea and people are screaming at me that actually play Extreme Demons, but bum. Bow. Just run a test in the editor right here, and I've given each of these lines 2 groups plus the moving group 9, which locks it to the x-axis like this. And I have a rotation trigger and a rotation trigger that starts halfway through the other one. First one is around this point, the second one is around this point. I kind of like how they shimmy towards me. They go really far because they're still technically rotating around this one. They're moving further away from point 1 as they're in their rotation around point 2, and I really like the setup that I've got. What I'm doing is just scaling a copy down like this, moving it to a different spot ever so slightly, like with mini spaces, not even half spaces at this point. And I gotta give it 2 new groups, so 10 and 11. And the reason I'm giving it 2 groups, you cannot have 2 rotations at the same time on one group. It will cancel. So look, if I put 3 on this one, and you spot this one, it stops, right? It stops rotating around this one, and it starts just trying to go around the bottom, and it ruins itself. So I'm using 2 groups for each line. I think if I do this right, it could be worth it. What if I then just copy paste and move it up just so I can differentiate? Build helper. Build helper's kind of weird with rotation triggers, and you'll find that it just creates new centers every time, which isn't what you want. And I can probably just scale these down, maybe flip them, give them a slightly different starting point, and then just put them on a different editor layer. Kind of layers the movement, and we have a cool little effect. And the more of these we have, by the way, the more that we can just exponentially build them. So here is like 20 minutes of my life spent just making smaller and faster versions to go alongside them. That's pretty much all I did. So there's a lot of objects here, obviously. Okay, let's check it out in normal mode. They should sweep on and then rotate down and right off of the screen. There's a couple of gaps there, but I think it looks pretty cool. So we are going to just import this on editor layer 20 or something goofy like that. Boom. Oh my. Now we're going to build helper again because we need to fit it with the groups in the level. And it's nowhere to be seen. Woohoo! What happened? They exist. Wait, why are they going round? What happened? Wait, it's working now? What? How? Dude, I did nothing different. Oh, I don't know. I think that we could copy the movement of the clouds with 394 here. So that these particles kind of shift off the screen when the cloud does. I need to fix the colors here, but the effect itself is actually going to work, and this is beautiful. Wow. I think instead of putting an opacity on this, I'm just going to decrease the brightness. I'm noticing now that the particles are kind of the same size. I'm just going to select a bunch of these, like 15 at a time. And on absolute scale, so the position doesn't change. This is hacking, but I don't care. That's worked. Okay, this is looking cool. Select a bunch of these and make some of them brighter and some of them darker. Maybe hue some of them as well. That's a good idea. That looks cool. That looks much cooler. Look at this. What happens, by the way, if I move these to the sides? However, the other way I have a feeling could be pretty nice. Ooh! That's so much cooler! What? Wait, but then what if I go a little bit up and to the right here and maybe flip, scale down a lot, and then put T3? This could be hype if I saturate it and put like an opposite hue. Would this be fire? Oh my god, dude, it's like rain! Let's make a quick circle out of these. And then we have 345 and 346 that are pulsing to different colors. Probably going to steal one of those and keep it on black blending. So it kind of just goes from being invisible to color, just like this. And of course, we can make a smaller version that's maybe more rotated round on 345. And now that I know the midpoint between these, like right here, black glow. Okay, that should be good. It's awfully thick. I'm thinking of just quickly scaling it up a little bit and then scaling each object down using absolute scaling, hacking. Probably just make my own little templates here that I can use. Cool, so these are going to be our little chains. Maybe we can just add the details later. I don't actually have a plan of what's going to go on top of those objects just yet, but it should be fine just to put them. Yeah, see, look how perfectly this slots in. Oh, I'm back in the UK now. Jeez, I gotta finish this part, dude. This is B1, the back layer of this object, so anything I place has to be under there. I just want to add more structuring here, to be honest. I'm really considering just adding like black slopes shapes, like color channel 11. It's got to be B2, and just start scaling it up and moving it down. I'm going to turn off preview mode just so I can see where I'm placing these objects. If I do that, it makes like a nice little box shape. I like that. Ooh, one of these would go hard, actually. These match in color, which is pretty nice. I can just add that for a bit of a clear indicator as to where these objects are, just so you can see them properly. I'm gonna have to mini space, like mini space them. I'm gonna add another tiny little object next to it just by copying the values over. I also need to make sure I'm not overlapping with any decoration that's here, like these blocks and the lines. I'm not, which is good. This part has a lot of different details to it, which isn't really a good thing. It's making itself hard to manage in the editor because there's so many different layers. Oh, but the slope is stopping me from doing that. Okay, so for this object right here, I'm gonna leave that there. Disable link controls and then just get the stripy block and just move it up myself like that. And I think it looks cooler when it's miscellaneous like that. Yeah, dude, this is neat. I am going to test out using a color for these slopes. This look a little bit odd when we die, but I don't care. Right here, everything's just really static and weird. I'm probably gonna remove a bunch of this and rework it. Boom. This is the effect of not building on your level for so long and coming back to it. Yeah, the orb thing can go as well. That was always ugly. How do I design the sword blade there, dude? Can I just get away with missing these values for a start? I mean, kind of. If I just put like minus 90, copy paste, scale down, and then put like plus 60 or something, probably looks a lot better than what it was. Yeah. Pasting the state does not actually carry over the degree numbers. Look at this. If I copy and paste, it only pastes the state and the color, so you can't paste special. I like that design. I want to use it more. I can probably use one of these blocks and put some different levels of glow. Maybe a corner object would work better for that, and then just slap the corner on. For some reason that was never aligned by Rob. Let me nab this corner piece like that. Cool. That might be a nice combo. Yeah, it is, dude. If we grab one of these like mini objects, I can just start putting them on like random corners up here and then getting the lines. Let's just take this glow object and put it on top. Okay, with another pasted value on top there, just so it's a bit of a double glow. I think that looks nice. And because of my structuring, I've kind of made it easy for myself to just plop this on any corner I see fit. Okay, let's just hope for improvement with this. I tried not to put too many of them because it would get repetitive, I think, but it works. Yeah, I do like that. It's like an extra little bridge. It's very bright most of the time. I'm gonna slow it down just to see if I can improve that at all. Just ignore that the overlay's gone. Like right here, it looks so good on the top there, dude. So I'm gonna put black ground spikes here. If I just slap this on here and then crank the brightness up a little bit, maybe? I don't know. It looks interesting at least. This could be group 391, and then we can have... No, let's just keep it on the same scale. 392, and then 393 as well. And go for like an ease out 2 second minus 30 and minus 20. Oh no, we could do like minus 16 and like a minus 4 for the last one, just so it moves a little bit. So the arrows kind of extend out from the ground spike. I would think that would look pretty cool. It does. It just moves too far. Okay. We can also saturate them a lot more, I think. What we do is we get these lines and we just slap them on the edge. Make them a bit bigger. Just slap it right there. I guess we just make another variant to end it off. Nab this and the line. I'm just going to slap this in every other nook and cranny, dude. It actually looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. All I have to do is just copy this and then get a black pulsing square. Just the big areas, I think. Dude, decorating this level actually has me mouth breathing. I'm like sticking my tongue out. I'm trying to focus hard because I'm scared of 2.2, dude. Because I still have so much of this to build. It's hilarious. I do think I've left this part looking better than it did originally. It still needs a little bit of work, especially for the transition, but I do like these black details now. It looks a lot better in my opinion. Or here's an option. I take all of these squares. Oh, they do overlap a little bit, but it should be okay if I just put them 567. Holy moly, dude. We are racking in the groups here. Racking. I meant to say raking in, but I said racking, like as in racking up, but I said racking in, I think. I can't even remember anymore. I don't care. 567. We fade in on full and then fade straight back off like that. Yippee! What happened? Why did the effect break? Oh no. What did I do? Why does it go that way? Oh no. Oh no. Didn't I give like a funky movement or something? This is used for the arrows. And, not to alarm anyone, but I think I've given the center that the glow objects rotate around a group that moves, so then the particles are misaligned. Let me see if I just remove that here. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Where did that go? I am stressing right now. Holy crap. Let's just delete this 393 movement. We can just pretend it never existed, right? Oh, no. Because the arrow, it might be getting used as a center by something else. So we gotta remove the 393 arrow for sure. Yes! Oh my god, I thought I broke everything. So based on this preview line, I am going to select this entire level from the right, but I'm not selecting the particles that come on screen here. Basically want to make the whole thing invisible at certain points. So I'm going to add group 570. 570 is going to fade to 0 opacity. So it shows only the particles. It's going to fade back on with like a 0.6, I'm guessing. So this should be a really cool pulse that shows only the particles. Okay, it did not last for long enough. Okay, let's make it a bit of a longer fade in. And while it's fading out, I'm going to look for any details that have weird overlaps, like the stars. Like the only thing I can really see. I can just bop these, and that gets all the layers as well, which is nice. And remove that 570. Oh wait, I should also put the blending screen on that group too. I think that would be a lot more impactful, because then the colors completely change with that pulse. Yes, that's exactly what I want. This is perfect now. Yes, dude, it looks so much better like this. Woo! Overall, a good episode. A little bit tacky because I had to go back and forth and the timeline kind of jumped around a bit. I'll try not to do that too much in my other videos, but I was going to get this grinded out before 2.2, dude. I need to fix that transition so bad, but I love this pulse. It's so good. Thank you for watching. Check the links in the description. Leave a like, subscribe, and have a good day.